icks when dating. Now, we all got our own personal icks. Mine is I can't really stand a lady that smokes cigarettes, a lady that does hardcore drugs, and a lady that's just too reserved. Speak up, god dang. However, I started the video off telling you about my personal icks because you got to understand everybody is different. However, there are some main icks that we all share across the board when dating. And I'm going to go over those icks today. Let's get right into the video. Now, one of the main icks that we all just can't stand is somebody that's super insecure. How do I look in this? How do I look? Don't look this. Don't look that. Girl, you look good. You look good. I mean, dang, bro. Somebody that's insecure, they always need validation. And sometimes when we're on the go and we're dealing with things in life and we come across somebody that we're dating that we really like, we don't have time to be validating you 24/7 the whole time that I'm with you. I want to have a good time. But when you're dealing with somebody that's insecure, they can mess a lot of that up. Now, I understand. Nobody is perfect, and we all have our insecurities, 1,000%. Me, I just lost 50 pounds recently. When I was 50 pounds bigger, I was insecure about my weight, right? But I'm not going to let that affect somebody else that I really like. I'm not going to keep complaining to somebody that I really like how I feel about myself, right? We all have our insecurities, but when you're just over the top, too insecure, it can just bear a burden on whoever you're dating. So that's just a huge ick for a lot of us across the board. That's the first ick. Another main ick, and I know a lot of ladies go through this, is coming off sexual too early on. Let's say you're on a dating app and you match with somebody. I've heard the stories. Ladies have told me they match with a guy. A couple messages in. Hey, come to my house. Let's sleep over. Hey, I want to mess around with you. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Hopefully you. Come on, bro. You ain't got no game. You not smooth. I ain't gonna lie to you. But that's a huge ick for women out here because at the end of the day, life in this dating generation is very different. It can be very toxic, and there's a lot of, abusive people out there. There's a lot of people that'll take advantage of you. And so the last thing a lady wants to deal with when she barely knows you is you bringing up getting access to her body. And so that's going to be another huge ick. I'm sorry, ladies, that y'all have to go through that. But it's just a huge ick when you're just sexual too early on. And also it goes, for the opposite end too. When men are dealing with a woman and she's just a little too easy. Now, some men ain't going to really trip on that. But other men have an issue with women that are just a little too easy. They're giving us access to your body so early on without having to put in any work, and sometimes that can be an ick. So it goes for both sides, being sexual too early on. I want to get to know you. If I'm dealing with a lady that I truly, truly like, and she's just super duper easy, now I'm going to go in my head, dang, I wonder if she do that with other guys. Like, I really was rocking with her. I thought this could be something special. But look how she just giving it up so easy. Like, now I'm going to think twice. Being sexual too early on is an ick. Another huge ick, and this goes for my online dating people, catfishing. A lot of people, like I said, some people can be insecure. So on their dating profiles, they'll have pics from 3-4 years ago. Now, in 3-4 years, your body can absolutely change. And so all of a sudden, you talking all this talk, you getting somebody buttered up, here they about to go meet up with you in person. They see your pictures from online and you look great. And then when you meet up together, you look like a completely different person. That is such a huge ick. First off, be comfortable with who you are in the moment. On your dating profile, don't be putting pictures from 3, 4, 5 years ago. It's a huge ick to get catfished. I've actually been catfished one time, and I'm not going to bring up the situation too much. But I got catfished by a little shorty one time. And when I tell y'all, I was so disgusted, not to be mean in any way, but I just was. When you catfish somebody, that is a huge ick. That sounds so mean, but it's just the reality of dating. Show up as who you truly are. And that's why online dating can be a little dangerous sometimes. I'm not going to lie to you. It can be a little dangerous. So I'm always going to be an advocate for dating in person because it's hard to catfish somebody when you're right there in front of them. And so that's just a huge ick that a lot of people don't like, me included. Now, this next ick is very important. It's an ick that we all have an issue with, and that's hygiene. Now, I done pulled this beautiful lady, and she looking good. Oh, my God. Body is teach, smile is pretty. And I go in to kiss her, and her breath is crazy. Her breath is hot. Ooh, when I get out of there, hygiene is everything, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Got to get your breath right. You got to be smelling right. A lot of people, you got to put on deodorant. You got to invest in deodorant. I didn't notice deodorant is so expensive these days. So I can understand why some of y'all are a little musty. You know what I'm saying? I'll just play. No, on a serious note, deodorant is very expensive, but you still have to invest in it. All of this hygiene care is definitely getting expensive, but it doesn't matter. You need to brush your teeth, mouthwash, put deodorant on, things like that. Take a shower. Take a shower. I'll never forget when I was in college, and I've come across a couple ladies like this. Oh, I didn't sweat today. So I'm not going to shower. No, every single day, hop in that shower. Hygiene is so important. Cleanliness is next to godliness. And if you don't believe in God, cleanliness is just attractive. How somebody has their space. If their space is super junky and messy, it's probably a testament of who they truly are. When it comes to inviting somebody over to your space, making sure that everything is clean. When it comes to going in for a kiss, making sure your breath is minty fresh. When it comes to going in for that hug, making sure you smell good deodorant, good cologne, good perfume. Hygiene is everything, and that's one of the main icks that everybody around the world shares. Now, another ick. I'm very confident in who I am. However, a huge ick that a lot of us in the world share, we don't like somebody that's self-absorbed. Always talking about yourself is an ick. Are you going to ask a question? Are you going to get to know me? Are you going to ask me about my day? Are you going to ask about what my passions are? You're just going to talk about yourself the whole time? You're just all absorbed in yourself, not understanding that there's an attractive and a good person right next to you that really wants to get to know you, that's dating you. And at the end of the day, instead of putting a lot of your focus towards them, you put it all towards yourself. The person that we're dating, we're not always around them. So if you're going to be self-absorbed in the time when you're to yourself, when you're literally by yourself, be self-absorbed then. But when you're dating someone and you're around them, you need to be able to give them some of your time, your energy, your focus. Stop focusing on yourself. That's a huge ick. Not many people like self-absorbed people. If I'm dating a lady, I want her to be able to focus on me when we're together. And I'm going to focus on her. That is what you call a healthy dating experience, a healthy relationship. Simple as that. That's a big ick. Don't be self-absorbed. And the last ick that I'm going to go over that a lot of people just do not like, I for sure can't stand, and I would absolutely say majority of the world can stand this, a huge ick when dating. We don't like controlling people. Somebody that's controlling is the biggest ick. Oh, my God. You are not my parental figure. Stop trying to tell me what to do. A lot of ladies deal with this. I don't want you going out. I don't know what you're going to be doing. I don't really trust you. Don't go out. And some women are going to listen. A lot of women actually listen. I don't want you wearing that. That's just too skimpy. You're not going out like that. And a lot of ladies are going to change. For the ladies, Ron, why are you out so late? What are you doing? How's your photo shoot? Are you coming home after your photo shoot? Are you this? Are you that? Get up off me. Get off of me. One of the biggest and most important and essential things in a relationship is to give people space. That's one of the most important things you could do when dating, relationship, marriage, anything. You have to be able to give your partner space. If I truly like you and you can't give me any space, you're always trying to tell me what to do. Automatically in my head, I'm disconnected. I don't want to deal with you anymore. Nobody's going to control me. I control my life. For all the viewers out there, you control your life. Don't let somebody, just because you like them, come into your life and control what you do. No, that's one of the biggest icks. You're not going to control me. You're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to tell me what to wear. You're not going to tell me what to spend money on. Nothing. None of that, bro. I'm not dealing with nobody that's controlling, and y'all shouldn't either. Whew, sorry, y'all. I got a little intense, but at the end of the day, those are just some of the main icks. We all are going to have our personal icks that may be a little smaller. However, those are the main icks when dating that a lot of us share across the board. Let's just go over them real quick so you know what to avoid when you come across it. First ick, we're not dealing with somebody that's insecure. I mean, everybody has insecurities like I was saying. However, when you're constantly insecure and complaining about yourself, when you're with somebody that you truly like, that can bear a burden on them. The second thing is being too sexual early on. I barely know you, right? And this goes for a lot of women. I know what y'all deal with. You barely know a guy. Just matched with him on a dating app. Just got into his DMs. Just seen him in person at the bar. And he's already talking about getting in between your legs. He's always talking about gaining access to your body. It happens a lot. I see it. I hear about it all the time. It happens a lot. On the opposite spectrum, when it comes to women, a guy can really, really like you, right? And all of a sudden, just so early on, you're just giving him your body just so easily. That's an ick, guys. That's an ick. Catfishing is an ick. Show up as who you truly are. Don't be posting pictures from 4 or 5 years ago on your dating profile. Hygiene is huge. I'm not trying to glean in for this kissing your breath is hot. I keep Altoids on me every time. Wintergreen Blue Box Altoids. This is not a sponsor, but go get them, y'all. Altoids on deck. Good deodorant. Paraben free. All of that. Make sure you shower. Make sure your space in your home is clean. All of these things are a part of hygiene, and an ick is when somebody has bad hygiene. Someone being self-absorbed is a huge ick. Always talking about yourself when you're with somebody. That gets old, and of course, someone that's controlling. I don't have time to be controlled. You're not my parental figure. You're not going to tell me what to do. You're not going to ask me where I am every single second. You're not going to tell me what to wear. If they have these icks, get away. Make sure to subscribe. You know the vibes. Your fave dating therapist on YouTube. We do a lot of dating podcasts, dating advice, a lot of vlogs. Y'all make sure to subscribe and keep in touch. We got a lot of videos coming soon. Let's go.